Being Human is the story of 3 roommates that live together in a house that are all struggling with their supernatural powers and trying to retain a sense of the normalcy that they once had.
It's a very, very human circumstance thrown into an overall supernatural kind of world.
Josh is a very introverted young man. He's kind of a charming, likable guy, but at his core, he's sad and he's struggling with what he has become. He's changed into a werewolf 2 years ago, and he's been struggling ever since.
My character, Aiden, is the vampire of the bunch. He had the unfortunate circumstance of being turned into a vampire, which led him to over 200 years of being pretty much a sociopath. And we're playing the whole vampire thing like it's a cross between heroin addiction and sex addiction.
Bishop struck me as a guy who was trying to keep a family together, and his relationship with Aiden kind of like the prodigal son.
Josh and Aiden were friends before, looking for a place to live and have a sort of safe house to be in. And Sally is the ghost that lives in that house.
Josh and Aiden meet after Josh is turned into a werewolf, and they become friends, and Aiden gets Josh a job at the hospital where he is acting as a nurse. Josh has been struggling. He's basically bounces from hourly motel and camping. He hasn't settled down since he's been a werewolf because he's afraid to, and he doesn't really know how. They can confide in each other, and they're really each other's only confidant.
I love playing Sally because it's a real person. She has so many emotions, so many highs, so many lows, and I love it because she's so well-rounded in that sense.
There are a lot of issues and emotions and aspects of humanity that he hasn't dealt with for over 2 centuries. So, you know, as Aiden is crawling out of this and trying to stay clean, as it were, he is surprised himself when he reacts to certain things emotionally.
I think my favorite thing about playing Josh is the extreme range that I get to play. You know, it goes anywhere from me having an extreme, deep emotional connection with another character and coming to terms with my affliction and my neuroses. And then I get to be a complete campy goofball as well.
Reminding me I haven't had sex in the last 2 years? A total lie.
Sorry.
Which is something that I've done historically a lot.
What drives Sally is trying to find a way to move on. She's trying to resolve issues of her past and her death in order to find her door, which is sort of the transition to beyond or wherever she's supposed to go.
His biggest goal is to try to figure out a way to manage his condition. This is a guy who's committed acts that, were he a normal human being, he would not be able to live with himself. Well, the problem is he can't die. So for the past 2 or 3 years, he's been trying to stay clean. He's been living on hospital blood, and he's been trying his best not to hurt people, with mixed results.
Ultimately, what he would like is to be normal and be human, and he wants desperately to fit into society. And I think it's really hard for him, because I don't think he ever will.
It's really, really raw in its humanity. And it's not about gratuitous sex or violence. It's about the issues that these young people face and the struggles that they have on a daily basis to try to overcome their own problems.